Welcome to another Friday assessment. Yes. I'm excited. Why? Because you have pressed through everything that you saw that was obstacles in your way this week. You said, no, I'm pressing because destiny is calling. You know what? You said, you know what? I'm designed to overcome these obstacles. Why? Because there is greater on the inside of me. That's what's awesome about living this life. Living this life every day, we are to be learning, that we are to be growing. Why? Because we're better than we were yesterday. We're better than we were when we woke up. We are better than we were 1 minute ago. Why? Because even 1 minute ago, our thoughts were not what they were right now. All the King's men, thank you for joining in on the Friday assessment. Yes, it's so important to do the Friday assessment. Why? Because we don't want to continue to repeat the same mistakes. We want to continue to grow. That's why we want to do the Friday assessment. We want to become everything that God said we are to be. We want to continue to grow. Why? Because we have so much to give. It's not about, oh, I'm going to get. It's about how much can I give? How much can I give away? That's what I love about power. People like, oh, you have people that are power hungry, power struck. I'm not. You give it to me, I'm going to give it away. Why? Why would I say that? Because there's a principle. If you give power away, it's going to come back to you. Why? Because as you give it away, they're going out to ensure that the vision that you have set forward, that you have set forth, will come to pass. That's what I don't understand about people that micromanage, that are so power struck. They want their hands in everything. But some of your greatest leaders, some of your most powerful leaders, they don't do that. They give people assignments, and they give them the trust to go out with the assignment. Yes, they do. So all the King's men, I'm just telling you something today, and I'm doing that because I want you to consider your ways. Consider your ways, and that's what we want to talk about that today. I want you to consider your ways. And when I think about that, I think about the prodigal son, what he said when he found out the access that he had, when he found out what his inheritance was, he went to his father and said, give me everything that's mine so that I could go enjoy life. Oftentimes, as we're on this journey, and I told you about, we talk about areas that we're having success in, areas that we're not having success in. So oftentimes we start to hit these walls. God, why I'm not moving? God, why I'm not having success in these areas? It's because we found ourselves. I wouldn't even say that you found yourself, but you're in this place of almost no return. You're in this place because of some decisions that you have made, because of some action that you have taken, that you're like, how did I get here? And you said that I can do this on my own, but it's time to consider your ways. It's time to consider there must be a better way to do this thing. And I have to ask you, have you stopped and considered your ways? Because oftentimes when we get in a situation, what we do is we point to everybody else. It's everybody else's fault. It's their fault because I made this decision. It's their fault because they made this decision. No, take ownership. Consider your actions. Consider your ways. Why would I say that? Because it's not them that's going to get you out of your situation. It's the decision that you make, how you respond to your situation, how you're going to come out. Because no matter the situation, or what the scenario was that got you where you are, it's your decision today that's going to get you out of your situation today. Yes, it's your actions today that's going to get you out of your situation today. Yes, how are you going to respond? How are you going to respond? One is that you're going to have to humble yourself. One is you have to feel yourself full of humility. Why would I say that? Because it brings me to the back to the prodigal son. He had got to such a low point that he said, "You know what? I'd be better off as a hired servant in my father's house. Why? Because he had got to the point that he was eating with pigs. He was eating out of pig troughs. Do you know that Hebrew, that's something that's an abomination to them, to their culture? And he said, you know what? It's time for me to go. I've squandered everything. That's what you got to come to the realization of. I have made some mistakes, some of the decisions that I have made. I have squandered everything. I have not made the wise decision, but it's time to wise up. It's time to stop. It's time to repent, and it's time to backtrack. It's time to check the actions. It's time to check your heart, check your mind. Where were you when you made those decisions? Because, yes, you may have made it because of some information that somebody else had, because somebody told you to do something, but you did what you thought was best at that time. But now that you have come to your senses, it's time to consider your ways. Consider the action that you took with the knowledge that you had at that time. Sometimes it takes for you to hit a wall. It takes for you to hit a brick wall. That's why the Friday assessment is so important, because you can assess before you even get to the point of no return. You can say, you know what? I'm not experiencing success because XYZ, whatever XYZ may be. But now, because you said that you're taking responsibility, the prodigal son that was starting to take responsibility for his actions. And this is what he said in Luke 15:17-18. He said, when he came to himself, he said, how many hired servants of my father's have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? I will arise, go to my father, and will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. That man came to himself. He said, the actions that I have taken have caused me to be in this situation. And he said, let me stop, let me backtrack, let me repent. Why? Because there's a better way than what I'm doing today. If you do the Friday assessment, it'll cause you to humble yourself. It'll cause that pride to go away, and you'll be like, you know what? There is a better way if I just do this, if I just do this. And what you say and what you do may take you the long way. It may cause you to go a way that you said, no, I'm not going to go no more, because of pride, because of humility, because you wasn't humble. But that's why the Friday assessment is so important, so that you could get to that place that you are a better version of you. And that's what this Friday assessment is all about, becoming a better version of you. Excuse me, becoming a better version of you, all the King's men. So, all the King's men, I thank you for stopping by, for joining in. I'm excited for who you are to become, for who you're becoming, and for who you are to become, and who you are going to become. Why? Because the Friday assessment is going to expose you to that person you are to become. I am excited, all the King's men. So, I thank you once again for joining in. Like, tag, share, drop me a line. Let me know what's going on. Also, if you want to reach out, I will reach out back to you. You drop your information there. We will connect. All the King's men, my prayer is that something today bless your life, that you're better when you started this live than when you ended. To all the King's men, my prayer is that you have a blessed day, blessed weekend, and a blessed week to come. Until next time, be blessed.